if you would give us kind of that 1 to 2 minute history of Gary Chan, like what got you started in tech? I really like to start there because I like to have people like to hear kind of where you started your nerd journey, for lack of a better way to put it, because we all started our nerd journey one way or another. And then kind of take us through to where you're at today.
Sounds great. Well, David, I've loved computers since I was a kid. My father had one and I used it. Of course, you play video games, do a little bit of basic programming. Anyway, I went to MIT, graduated with a degree in electrical engineering and computer science. I then went on to do IT work, which very quickly, after a couple of years, turned into security work. So I've been doing security for over 2 decades at this point.
Quick question: Did it find you, or was it a conscious choice? You're like, man, this is the direction I want to go.
I would say I happened to come across a job description that looked really cool. I didn't really understand what it was at the time, but it was an anti-fraud position.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't really understand what that was beyond the very high level. And I applied for the job, and fortunately, they made me an offer, and I just loved it. So I started out in anti-identity fraud. I did that for quite some time. And then as part of that, I then started adding cybersecurity into that role. So I was sort of doing a combination of that. And then I eventually switched over completely to cybersecurity. And then I guess the rest is history. But I've done consulting work. I've worked systems integrators and value-added resellers, and also work on the internal side now. Yeah, that's been my journey on the cyber side, and alongside of that, I know you and I were talking a little bit. I've been doing a lot of magic and mentalism, and I use a lot of those sort of skills and things like that on the job, just to keep things sort of engaging and, for lack of a better word, entertaining for folks. And I kind of incorporate and combine the two to do security awareness training, for example.